Good afternoon, guys. I am your Dinky Town host, Eric Nicholas Yost, coming back with the most. Let's start from the beginning. Um, Today, well, a lot actually happened today, cause
Today, February 9th.
I took a failure of a trade, and then I took another failure of a trade. They were both terrible. I mean, well, actually, the second one was for me graded D. D for don't fucking take it. Anyways, um, I'm going to get into why these trades have such low gradings and how I made a mistake on my first one. Now, I'm rather new to using volume profile, and obviously I'm using volume profile in a discretionary manner in order to validate my levels. Some people understand this, some people don't. You don't have to know auction market theory to understand that the ends of a bell curve are where price is likely to either retest, go further out, or react. The way I trade it is I look for reactions. All right, and that can be either way, but as long as it pairs up with the bias I get from my pattern recognition, I don't take just any other ledge. So here's the thing. First things first, coming into the day, I was bullish, and as you can see, I was quite correct. But here's the first mistake I made. I took the volume profile of. I completely took it wrong, first of all. But I think I took the volume profile of an incomplete auction. Or not this, not this. It was worse than this.
No.
No, hey, cut that out. No, yeah, okay. This is what I did. I took the volume profile of an incomplete auction. And what I mean by that is that I went. Wait. No. I'm sorry. I didn't take the volume profile of an incomplete auction. I did. I did take the volume profile of
I
an
forgive
incomplete
you.
auction. I went to the front and I set this volume profile, and then I threw my volume profile and threw it a couple days back because I'm dumb. But the main idea, the main caveat takeaway that I got from this mistake is that whenever I anchor my volume profile, it has to be from the most recent completed auction because that's the only thing that will actually give me structural support, and it has to be the immediate last previous auction because this is the big thing, because I want to reduce as much noise as I can, especially pertaining to my level. So when I do this, for instance, for example, this trade, I will find my alignment, structural discretionary alignment. That doesn't mean bullcrap, doesn't mean anything. It's all fugazi at some point, right? But it does work, and I've made money with it. And that's why I'm going to keep using it. Because if I can combine this with something that actually objectively makes sense, objectively is factually and statistically proven true, volume profile, and where you can see actual points of reaction, real market structure, real volume, if you combine these two, you can actually paint a narrative for what is and what isn't a good trade. But anyways, you could see how right here, this trade, while it had some pretty interesting alignment, classified as a B trade because we have key time, which is the end dog, daily open. We have that daily CISD, right? These are just patterns, and the 1 hour wick. All of that aligned definitely gives me a B setup. Discretionally, I can promote it to an A setup, which, as you can see, based on the volume profile, that's nowhere in sight. I mean, this is horrid. This is horrid. There should be no reason I take this. Out of everything that I use, the one objective truth, the one thing that allows me to filter my trades from what is arguably just random pattern trading and what is arguably a statistical edge, did not align. I'm literally trading dead center at some random POC, first of all, but dead center, and God knows what. What even is this? This is the biggest fugazi of a low volume node ever. I'm supposed to be focusing on these edges. Even if I did, I mean, the only thing I'd probably be able to take is like something like that, which isn't even good because I'm looking at the extremes, not the edges by the POC. And that would be the best thing. And this actually doesn't even look that bad. But what I should have been doing is looking for these extremes, which I was, except for the fact that I marked out my profile completely wrong and added a bunch of granular noise that did not help me identify that we were in a place where price was just going to shoot through. As you can see, if you took it not off that level, but you actually took it off the clean alignment of the ledge here, you would have got a much better entry. I mean, right here, you would have got a much better entry, and something would have actually made sense. But obviously, even though that was there really wasn't much context as to why you take that structurally discretionally. That's that trade. I'm losing my mind right now. I took that. That was at like 5
Did
in
you
the
hear
morning.
that?
What?
Sorry. You're
Oh,
recording. Go on.
yeah.
It said dirty secret.
Did you hear that? Oh, sorry. I
It
was
said
recording.
dirty secret.
All right. Anyways, aside from Chernobyl's dirty
It
secrets,
said dirty secret.
because I had that loss and
Like
because
South
I
Florida.
have a
Alright, sorry.
rebill on the 14th.
I'm gonna go get water.
All right, he's gonna go get water, and because I had that rebill on the 14th, I decided that it wouldn't really matter because um I was likely not in due time to even pass that challenge, so I didn't even really care. Um, so I decided just to like throw it down on just some random C setup to stop the mind-numbing pain of trying to gamble it in another way, and I didn't really care. So what I looked at is I took the profile appropriately this time. I took this complete profile into this day, and I was looking at structural alignment. I saw this wick, which was kind of clean, supported by um, supported by. Oh yeah, it's all the way back here. Kind of cringe, honestly, but supported by this IFVG, which could be brought up for debate because it's really kind of far away and arbitrary. But I took that 0.5 of this because it's the only one that didn't get tapped into, and I just threw it together. I did not care. I looked, I saw, and I was like, this is terrible. There is no real ledge here. I mean, I see this
You saw and
maybe,
you conquered.
but as you can see, this is terrible. And then I looked around and I was like, wait, hold up. This is actually a good ledge. Ironically, the shorts played out. This other ledge that I saw. It already did. But ironically, they opened. These shorts played out, which there was no alignment here. This was just completely discretionary. I just liked how this looked. This ledge, it was pretty clean. That's why I was pointing it out. I actually took a paper, but what I took on the actual eval was this disaster of a C setup short, just because I wanted to gamble it real quick. It was literally one confluence right off the bat. That's terrible. And what someone might think maybe in a million years is some sort of volume profile alignment, which it really isn't. It's terrible. But that was there alongside that, and as you can see, it edged me first of all. Really, I should have been in here where the actual ledge was, but instead it came back down and it stopped me out. Well, it actually just blew the fuck out of the count, but I didn't really care because I wasn't really trading the way I'm supposed to. So here's the accountability factor in all this, because just in general, this is terrible trading, and I was just kind of testing things, seeing what sticks, seeing what doesn't, and trying to figure out if my grading actually holds any sort of inherent value. And let me tell you, it very much so does. As you can see, that C setup was terrible. As you can see, where I failed to do a requirement of my strategy, the volume profile outline, that was completely wrong. I didn't draw it out right. It didn't react. I mean, it reacted near there, but off the ledge that actually was there and existed. I know I'm sitting here rambling, but here's what's happening, residents of Dinkytown. Going forward, I'm going to only focus on B and A setups. Oh, not D. B and A. I was thinking about sizing up on A's. I don't really know if I care. Um, yeah, I probably would. I don't know. I was thinking about. I was kind of thinking about sizing up on A's, but anyways, the way I grade my trades is ideally you have two confluences. So if you have two confluences aligning, volume profile is mandatory no matter what. Otherwise, it's just gonna be terrible. But how I do it is you need two confluences, um, which is be anything. A key time will increase the letter grade, and then why did I draw H? Key time will increase the letter grade by one. You can have two confluences, and then finally, volume profile needs to be with the level. So let's just say you're just looking at a random volume profile trade. I mean, there's no narrative behind that. This is an F. Okay, let's say you're looking at it with one confluence. Sorry, I forgot C. Uh, you're looking at it with one confluence. It's going to be a D. I mean, this is basically going to be a failure. Volume profile, one confluence. It's going to suck. Right here, the only reason that I classified this as a C was because I decided it would be funny to bump it up with my quote unquote intuition because I thought I knew how to trade ledges better than anyone in the world when obviously that ledge wasn't even that good. But I was just kind of excited in the gambling mood, so I decided to up the grade of my setup discretionally, which was completely wrong. Um, volume profile with two confluences. Oh my god, are you actually gonna do that shit?
It's my cat.
Volume profile with two confluences is going to be classified as a C setup. That would be
There's a cesarean
that
section.
would be like that short trade that I just recently took, or was it there that I pointed out last week? I think it
Yo,
was
tune
last
in
week.
to look at my camera.
And
Show
that trade,
Town.
it was a C trade, but because the volume profile was so clean, I decided to bump it up to a B trade, which is basically a showcase of an appropriate use of using discretion to bump up a level, looking at what confluence is quote unquote stronger. Now, in order to get classified as a B right off the bat, you need to have two confluences at least, right? Key time, right, and volume profile. And you remember, confluences is just random patterns. Key time is an actual designated key time. Remember, so and understand that like a CISD, if you have a CISD, the CISD within itself, if it's a daily CISD, it has a key time. It has daily open right here, right? And then if we make a CISD, that is a confluence within itself, and that would cover one confluence, one key. So from there, I just look for another confluence, whether that's like a CE within here or whatever the hell else you think of, a wick, 1 hour wick, like I did that last time. And then you could grade that um, up to a B as long as you have the volume profile. Volume profile is mandatory. Why is volume profile mandatory? Because before I wouldn't even trade with volume profile. Volume profile is mandatory because volume profile is literally the only designation, like the only way I can visually see if I'm taking a trade in a low probability or high probability area. So ideally, I want to trade outside the fair value of a bell curve because I don't want to get trapped in the consolidation. I want to try to see if I can catch the biggest expansion move. And I could also see where I could manage my risk, trailing my stop. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's about to be Dinky Town out soon because I'm falling asleep at my desk. What's up, Jace? You got anything to say? I don't think he has much to say, ladies and gentlemen of Dinky Town. That's 93 drawings and a crap ton of yap. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what I've been up to. So going forward, there's going to be a sense of accountability because I'm only going to be trading high grade setups, and I'm only gonna buy the account once I see my first high grade setup. Um, because it's just gonna save me time, and then I have more time to complete a challenge if I need it, which I probably won't. I think I'm just gonna keep trading 3 cons like I usually do. I mean, the thing is, 3 cons, and you can take 3 losses, even though it's like you can take 3 losses, but on that last account, I had 2 winners that could have both passed my account. I was just being stupid. Um, Passed my account and or brought it into a overwhelming positive balance. I was just neglecting and hesitating on good trades because I just didn't have everything figured out. But now I have everything figured out. I have a clear conscience. I understand how to filter trades. Conditions are improving, but not only are conditions improving, I've completely improved. I understand how to filter out trades. I'm just hoping that they occur more often. Crap. Occur more often. Dude, I cannot speak. I'm so tired. Bro, how long am I gonna say the word occur? Occur more often, so that I can actually increase my profit factor and, you know, heavily out overweigh my losers for my winners because my winners so give me so much more RR than my losers. I don't think I'm gonna be moving to a 5 point stop, but I haven't been really thinking that much of dynamic stop loss. Well, I kind of have, but I haven't really been thinking that much of dynamic stop loss as I have entered, because sometimes you can have a really good level, but then a volume profile ledge can be slightly above the level. And at that point, I mean, if your stop loss is in a good place, 10 points, still like 8 points on the level, you might as well enter those 2 points in front. A lot of the time, I mean, almost all the time, we're actually reacting off the ledges, not even like the alignment, the fugazi of alignment that I make up. I mean, even though the alignment itself is made with volume and shows a pattern of volume, that the volume profile just it reinforces even further. But at some point, you can have so much alignment, draw so many things, think of so many things, cover so many concepts. It won't really mean anything unless you're acting with some sort of actual fundamentals of what the market thinks about that level or what the market's doing right now. Volume profile is a lagging indicator. It's not what the market is doing right now, but what the volume thinks of that level, essentially. So yeah, that's how I quantify the market's interest towards my levels, and that's what I think he agreed that I was missing for a long time. I just kind of wanted to share that, and then I also wanted to share how I'm going into this coming forth. Um, there's gonna be no if, ands, or buts. Like, this is just gonna be beeline it right to a payout. Not joking. Pro account, everything, we're hitting it. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna trade. I'm not gonna look back. A loss is a loss. Wins are cool, but they're just wins at the end of the day. And yeah, I need to get some rest. Good night, y'all. Peace out, Dinky Town. Peace out, Memphis. Peace out, Chirac. Peace out. I don't know. Good night.